What was that? I'm signing onto the live in here.
What about your tea?
Oh, what about it?
Is this sticker good?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yep. What's up, guys? Hey, it's JoJo. What's up? Hey! What's up, Carilli? Hey, hey. Oh, my God. Yeah. We're waiting for Jesse McCartney. Have you seen him in there? AK, what's up? She is I've known AK, who lives in Alaska, AK, for a while, and she loves Jesse McCartney. I don't think I've missed him. Just if you guys see Jesse, let me know. I want to guess yesterday was Jesse's birthday. How are we all doing? We all good? Disney Lover HD, what's up? Me too, AK. Me too. I love Jesse. Oh, there he is. Hang on a second. Find Jesse McCartney. Here we go. We're waiting for Mr. McCartney.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man? You good?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, doing awesome. Hey, can you guys all hear? Do we have sound and everything? Can everybody hear?
Everybody here all right?
Somebody said earlier my sound wasn't on, but then I've been having sound issues. But I told you earlier my phone, I dropped it in ranch dressing. Jesse, did I tell you that? I think I did. Right?
I think I saw it on Instagram, right?
Oh yeah, man. I was it's this phone here. I'm not on the phone, but I was we had what's called an iHeartRadio Music Summit where artists come in and pitch songs and labels come in and whatnot. And they have these two tables set up, like a little like buffet tables with a salad and this and that, whatever. So I'm holding my phone like this in one hand, kind of like, holding several things. And I got to reach over and boom. And it just all the way to, so.
Dude, nothing worse though. Have you ever had the toilet drop?
Did you do that?
I've done the toilet drop. Can't lie. There's really no recovering from that one. It's either go get a new phone or just like, you just kind of like, there's nothing you can do. You're like forced to dive into the toilet and grab it.
Was it the toilet at the house or like a public toilet somewhere else?
At least it was at the house. So that I know there's only two people that could have been in that toilet.
Oh, even so, even if it's just you, you're like, yeah.
It's still not fun.
So was the phone okay? Did you stick it in rice and everything?
Yeah, I think we had to disinfect, and just like everything else in this world at this point, just disinfecting. I've been walking around with bottles of alcohol, just spraying everything in sight. We had yesterday, it was my birthday yesterday, and we had cupcakes delivered to the house.
Oh yeah.
And I had to, and like these beautiful cupcakes come up, and I'm just spraying the cupcake, the box of the cupcake with alcohol.
It's so crazy. I feel like we're living in a sci-fi movie. Do you agree?
It's really, it's perilous times right now. I mean, I'm trying so hard to stay motivated and stay hopeful, but yeah, I mean, I think this whole thing has gotten everybody down a little bit. I think we all just got to stay positive and kind of lift each other up. And what I really like about this whole thing is how much I've spoken to all my friends and family.
Right.
Like it's kind of sad that like it takes this kind of thing to happen before we pick up the phone and call each other every day. And
True.
I will say that I do like that part. Like last night, Katie threw this little quarantine birthday for me, and she had like all of my friends on a Zoom call, and there was like 40 people on this call.
Oh, nice.
And it was so cool, we just like hung out for like an hour and a half, just talking and having a beer, and it was just so nice.
Somebody said, can you ask Jesse questions? Sure thing. We'll get to your questions in 2 seconds here. Obviously, I want to say one thing. I saw your girlfriend's, she made like a fake restaurant, because that's one of the things, like I'd love to go out to go to dinner. Like, hey, let's get some food. You can't do that. So your girlfriend, she made up this restaurant. I'm sure you guys, the Jesse fans, all saw this. It was called Quarantina. Like, it was a Mexican restaurant. I think it only served enchiladas, if I recall.
Only thing on the menu.
So you better like it or go home.
It was incredible, man. She had the whole thing planned the whole day. She's like, we have a certain room in our house that we call the man cave, because it's just like a big, it's got ping pong table and darts and, beer fridge. But she's like, you can't go in that room for the rest of the day. I'm like, why? What's going on? And the whole day she set up this like birthday cantina style, the Quarantina. And then she made her grandfather's recipe of enchiladas, who he grew up in Texas. And so he knows like the Tex-Mex flavors and styles. And he's been perfecting these enchiladas, JoJo, for like 50 years. And I'm telling you right now, they're the best enchiladas you've ever had. We might have to drop the recipe if we're allowed. I have to ask P-Pop. But she made these enchiladas, and then I came downstairs and she had like, it said Jesse's Quarantina, and it was like Mexican themed, and she had red lights, and it was just really special. It was actually one of my favorite birthdays.
Dude, and, you know, one of your favorite birthdays you'll remember forever in one of the most, you know, confusing times of our entire life, you know.
I said that to her. I was like, you know, really, like this will be a time we never forget. We're always going to remember my 33rd birthday stuck in a room together in a fake Mexican restaurant eating enchiladas.
Dude, when this is all done, and it will be done at some point, I want, you know, me and Dina, my wife Dina, and my daughter Sophie, and you and your girlfriend, let's go get some food, and let's just sit and just do something that we will never take for granted ever again. Just go into like Don Cuco's or Ernie's Tacos or whatever. You know?
I'm all for it, man. What's your favorite Mexican joint?
I love Casa Vega in Sherman Oaks.
Dude, my favorite. You nailed it.
It's so good. I don't get over there as much because I'm usually in Burbank, which I'm in Santa Clarita now, but I'll go to Tacos a lot too in Burbank. I love that place. I love Ernie's Tacos in like, I think it's Burbank or Toluca Lake, whatever it is. But those are my three go-tos. But Casa Vega, I mean, God, and I think it's closed now. I think I heard it closed because of all this. I'm not sure if they're going to reopen, but they were like just in such a rough shape. If anybody knows if Casa Vega is still open in Sherman Oaks, let me know.
Damn, that would be such a bummer. That is one of my favorite LA staples. Such a good one.
Dude.
I also like the one on what's the one on Sunset? What is it?
Pinches.
Oh no, not Pinches. The other like sit down Mexican joint. Can't think of it. Anyway, yeah, I'm totally down, man. I would love to do that. You know, I think that this is a wake up call for all of us. You know, Katie and I, we go on hikes. We live in like a part of, you know, we live in like the Laurel Canyon area, and we get to still go outside. When's the last time you saw a swarm of bees? Like they were just, dude, nature is just coming to life. Like we walked outside, there was a swarm of bees, there were hummingbirds, like all of nature just like in our face. And it was sort of like a wake up call to, like, you know, I think we all need to take a step back and realize like what we have, you know, and how good this planet is, you know?
Amen, man. Amen. And I haven't seen, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm always in the house anyway, but people taking walks around the neighborhood are just crazy. I mean, just people are walking, you know, which now we have masks on. There's that. Yeah. Do you have your mask? I assume you have your mask, right?
I have one of, you know, we have our masks that we actually didn't buy for quarantine. We had them in our garage from like years ago from when we were painting something. And they're like the nice ones. And actually somebody said something to me on the street. They're like, you know, you shouldn't be wearing those masks. I was like, I know, I get it. I only have one. I promise. I reuse the same mask. I spray it with alcohol every time. I only use one mask. But, you know, people like to share their feelings. But, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. We were walking up the street the other day, actually, and there was a guy he's like a comedian, and he lives in the neighborhood. And we were on the opposite ends of the street, and he's like, hey, man, I really dig the quarantine videos on Instagram. And it's like some guy I'd never met before. It's really cool.
Dude, by the way, is your girlfriend there? Does she want to say hi?
She's here. She doesn't have her makeup on. She's cooking.
Yeah, okay.
She's making lunch.
My wife run from the camera. Oh my God. Hey, congrats on this track. You know, let's talk about this track. You know, what do you want me? Just if you guys don't know, which I'm sure you guys do, but just released as of today, or technically last night at 9 o'clock West Coast, I guess. You know, but yeah, what can you say about this track?
Yeah, well, it's my brand new single. It's called Yours. I released it today, and I think it's sort of like a culmination of all these things that I've been in the last 15, 20 years in the music industry, and just as a person, as a public person that people know. And but it's also very romantic. It's a song about what it's like to fill in this new role, which is being somebody's special person, being a fiance, being this, you know, somebody's forever person. And so it digs kind of deep, and it talks about all of my insecurities and my vulnerabilities, and you know, all the things that I know I've been in my life, but ultimately realizing that my new favorite thing to be is this lady over here.
By the way, producer Tara, she's on the comments here. She texted me up before I went on live here, and she said she is absolutely just in love with this with your track. So
Oh, that's awesome. Who is it?
Producer Tara. She's at Tara Soud, Soud. She'll pop up on here in a couple of seconds.
Hey Tara, I appreciate the love. I'm glad everyone. It looks like everyone's like digging the song. I'm into it.
Yeah, give us some comments. There's also a girl named AK Cherry on here who I've known. I met her years ago. She's from Alaska, and she is she's been
AK Cherry.
Yeah, AK Cherry. She's been a Jesse McCartney fan for life, and that's how I met her.
That's awesome.
The first thing, do you know Jesse McCartney? I'm like, yeah, this is probably 10 years ago. So,
that's awesome. Hey, AK Cherry. I see somebody said here, "Better With You" is going to be one of my wedding songs. That's so cool. I love hearing stories about songs that I get I get direct messages all the time about fans telling me that they met, they're getting married and they met at my concert.
Oh, she met you in Orlando. AK Cherry met you in Orlando.
Orlando, what's up? Happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday shout outs. Love the song. Hey, Tara, I see you. Let's see who else here. Katie Marie Borland. What's up, Katie? Love the song. It's my new fave. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're digging it. What do you guys think of the video? Please, more music. There is going to be more music, I promise. We don't have a release date for anything coming up, but there will be some new stuff in the very near future. And what better time to release music than in this crazy time that we're in?
I had to check one thing. I'm actually, don't tell anybody, but I pre-recorded a few breaks for the radio. I'm on the radio right now, so I had to make sure I was still on.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, look at this. Let me show you. They got me a little home set up here.
That is so cool.
Isn't it crazy, dude?
Oh, that's amazing. Did you have this before quarantine?
I did not, no.
Oh, wow. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So they got me all set. And here's the Kiss FM studio, basically. That's what I would see if I were actually in the studio in Burbank. But
dude, they're never going to get you back in the studio.
I know, right? It'd be crazy.
You've got it figured out.
I think eventually I'm going to put it back in this little room that I'm in right now. But we'll see, there we go.
That's
oh, my
awesome.
God, Jess. Hey, are you working on, I assume, let me just guess. This single came out, which is leading up to either an EP or an album. No, yeah. Let me answer it and tell me if I'm correct. If I'm asking you a question. I'm working on something. I don't know if it's going to be an album or an EP, but I'm writing and recording a ton because I'm in quarantine.
That's pretty much sums it up. Kind of nailed it. I am kind of finished writing at this point. I've been writing for the last year, and I feel like I've said all I need to say. Whether or not I'm still deciding, quite frankly, which songs I want on, and if I want it to be a larger body of work or a smaller body of work, and I just can't really figure it out. It's like I'm just in my own head about it, but that's what we have a team for, but right. Ultimately everything's being mixed and mastered, and I think something soon's gonna come out, which I'm excited about. It's been almost like 5 years or 6 years since I put out a full-length album.
Wow.
So that would be exciting to do, and I would love to be on tour again, man. It's a crazy industry where we rely on people congregating in order to make a living. So until all these lifts are, until they lift all these quarantine rules, we'll be home. But I really hope we can get back on tour. I'd love to do another American tour soon. We did LA. We did the Wiltern last year, which was so much fun. You got to bring your daughter to a show.
I would love that, man. I would absolutely love that. Man, just little concerts, I say little things. Those are massive events, but we take them for granted because they happen all the time, especially in LA. We can't do them now, which is just frustrating,
It's crazy. And they talk about doing all these like digital online concerts, which I think will be nice. And I probably will do one myself at some point, but I just feel like there's nothing like seeing somebody in the flesh, and
yeah.
I know a few people who are quarantining by themselves, and they literally pick up the phone and like, you just can't believe how lonely it is, like just being by yourself for this many weeks. And it just goes to show, like, despite having all the social media and all the Instagram and Twitter and all the, there's still nothing like seeing a person in real life and getting a real life hug. You know what I mean? And
right.
I'm looking forward to all of that again.
I think part of fun of going to concerts is, of course, seeing you know, Jesse McCartney, but it's also kind of seeing the other fans too, you know.
Totally. Oh, 100%. It's like a community of people, and I miss that. I miss having that community and a place where everybody can relax and feel good.
Let me scroll through a few questions here. This is from Breakfast at Ewas. Hey, Jess, Skylar and I are tuning in from our work from home setup, and we love the new song. Sending love from Sacramento and the Bay Area. So the Bay and Sacktown are saying what's up.
Sacktown, what's going on?
I think you just just answered this question. Do you plan on touring when this thing is over? I guess the answer is hell yeah.
Hell yeah, 100%. We're hoping to do something this year if we can.
Dream Street reunion, please. I'm doubting that.
There's always a Dream Street fan somewhere in the sea of people.
Right. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. I'm scrolling. Out. What the what?
What is gonna be your guys' wedding song? I don't know. Katie and I go back and forth. We definitely there was this. What was the one? What's our one song that we always talk about?
We like You Look.
Oh, You Look Wonderful Tonight, Clapton. But it's always like
That's our two.
It's like our two. It's like our sweet, like, yeah, had too much wine and we get sappy and start dancing together kind of song, which is great. But it's also like a little like that's everybody's wedding song. So we're trying to think of something creative and fresh.
Maybe you should write one.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
That's good. Touche.
Here we go. Would you do another Chipmunk movie?
Yeah, I mean, if Fox wants to keep making them, you know, I think we've made 3 at this point. I play Theodore in Alvin and the Chipmunks, one of those like fun facts nobody really knows. But yeah, I think the last one they made was at least 3 or 4 years ago, so they're due for another one.
Hey, by the way, is there a tour you can give us of the house and your or your man cave? Can we look at the man cave, or is it like a big old hot mess?
Is it trash? Is it trash from last night, or can I go take them down? Let's see. Is his stuff still up there?
Katie's the boss. Don't do it. I don't want to piss off Katie. You know.
No.
Hi, Katie.
She says hi. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you the. Here's what the. Here, look. Here's what the.
Jay Zappa.
This is.
Oh, there it is. It's still up. Yeah.
It's still up from last night. Let's see. There might be a whole bunch of like tequila in here and stuff from last night. Let's look. Oh yeah. So
nice. Look at this.
We had the you know, the hot chilies up. She strung all these chili lights, and then put together this little like restaurant. You can see we were shooting tequila last night with our friends, and we had a big Zoom meeting on the TV with all of our friends. It was a really fun night.
Oh man. You got killed too quickly on Fear the Walking Dead. What
Yeah.
the heck, dude? How cool is that to be killed on a zombie movie, you know?
Dude, that was one of my favorite. That was literally one of my favorite things I've ever done in my career. And it was only 2 episodes, but we shot down in Ensenada, I think, or Rosarito in Mexico. And we shot on the old James Cameron lot. Where they made Titanic.
I've been there.
It was one of the coolest little, it was like a small town, you know, it was like this huge set, this huge piece of land. And yeah, man, I got to play like this apocalyptic gun-toting pirate who kills people, which is not what you think of when you think of me. Dude, and they had these like prosthetics that they put on your face that took them like 4 hours to do this prosthetic. And yeah, I got my face like added in at some point and became a zombie. It was epic.
I tell you what else I loved you in, and I don't know your thoughts on the movie. Sometimes artists love and hate their own work, but that Chernobyl movie you did.
Yeah, Chernobyl was fun, man. That's where I met one of my best friends, Jonathan Sadowski, who we ended up doing a TV show later, like a few years later, called Young and Hungry. But he and I we were in like Serbia for 5 weeks, like Eastern Europe, places you would probably not your first choice when you think of going to Europe. We went to just like these strange towns to shoot this really creepy movie, and man, that was so much fun.
And none of that was shot in the actual near Chernobyl, I assume, right? Or what?
No, yeah. You still can't go there. Like they actually talked about whether or not we could shoot in certain areas of Chernobyl, and they're like, nope. Like they talked to scientists and doctors, and they were like, don't go there ever, period. Just stay away. It's still radioactive. So,
But they actually give what they call dark tours of Chernobyl. They do. I mean, maybe I'm not sure when you shot the movie, and it's maybe things have changed, but it's still. I mean, I still agree with what you did. Don't go anywhere near there.
There were some people that said it's fine. Like some doctors, scientists were like, it's fine. You can shoot there. It's really not a big deal. And then some people are like the opposite end of the spectrum. Don't go there ever. So they kind of played it safe, which I'm grateful for.
Gotcha. Oh, somebody asked, is your recording studio up for a tour, or if it's a mess? Once again, I don't want to invade, but is your
I don't really have like a studio in the house. I have a studio out, like a different location. I have my own little writing setup and studio setup outside of the house.
Right.
But and it's a lot more professional. I mean, when I'm home, like I do a little bit of songwriting, but I actually like to get out of the house and leave to go do my work. Like I don't. Sometimes an idea will strike, out on the balcony or, in the pool or something. But I do just lyrical writing, but I don't really do any recording unless I'm gone.
Right. Somebody said, Jesse, do you still sing? Yep, he sings.
Yep. Yep. That doesn't go away. I'm going to be singing forever.
Could you sing a song for us? Is there anything you want to sing?
How about the new one?
I've
been a lot of different things to different people, but my favorite thing to be is yours, yours, yours. My favorite thing to be is yours, yours, yours. There you go.
Dude.
Love it.
What else am I missing, man? Everything else all good with you?
Everything else is good, man. Yeah, I mean, ultimately I think just want to get this project out and want people to listen to this new song and check out the new music video. The video too is out if you guys want to check that out. I think it was up on Billboard and now it's probably everywhere because that's how the internet works. But yeah, check it out. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, I'm probably gonna at some point go live and take questions from fans and hear their thoughts and their opinions. But I'm really excited about this project. And JoJo, I'm serious about getting that bite, man. After this is all over, let's go grab some Mexican food.
I would love that, man. I would love that. All right. Everybody wants me to ask, I'm just going to look at your face, Jesse.
Okay.
Is there anything else going on right now? Is there
Nothing.
anything else?
Just sitting around getting fat, JoJo.
Nothing else is going on.
Nothing else, man. Nothing I can think of.
Nothing. Nothing. Are you sure?
I feel like you want to ask me something, JoJo.
Well, are you an animal lover?
Yeah, my dog is here somewhere. Baby.
So I love dogs. So you love dogs. I love cats.
Yep.
I love turtles.
That's cool.
I love, birds.
Birds are great.
Okay. So just make sure you're an animal lover. All right. Just okay. Okay.
Love my animals. And I love you, JoJo.
I love you too. Hey, by the way, I would for real love to get that drink. I'm laughing. And we'll go to, let's do, does somebody know for real if Casa Vega is closed? I hope they open back up because that was, if you guys aren't from LA, Casa Vega is a legendary restaurant. And it's so good. And they better open back up. And when they do, we will support them so crazy. It's a landmark,
It makes me so sad to think about it. Also, Nate Now's, the Jewish deli, Nate Now's, they closed down after 75 years of being in business. It's really sad for the restaurant industry. And yeah, man, if Casa Vega's closed, I'm gonna be really upset. But we'll have to figure that out.
Hey, final question about food, and then I'll wrap it up. Somebody else said Italian food. Give me a couple of Italian places that you love, because I have a few that I love. Pasta Nova over at the on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yep, I like that spot too. Gosh, why can I never think of? On Fairfax. Have you been to John and Vinny's?
I have not. No.
Oh, buddy, I'm telling you right now, best meatballs I've ever had.
Oh God. Okay.
Got to go get a meatball from John and Vinny's.
I would love that. Hey, Jesse, I love you to death. Thank you so much for your time.
You're the best, man.
I really appreciate you. And tell your girlfriend I'm sorry to invade your house there. So,
No, please. It's all good, brother. Hey, much love to the family. And we'll chat soon, man. Hopefully in person.
Sounds good. Text me up, dude. Have a great one, man.
All right, bub. Take care, JoJo.
There we go. Okay, there we go. He is such a good dude. Such a good guy. So get his single. He's working on another, body of music, of course, right now, whether it be album, EP. He's he's writing like crazy, like he said. So hope that did the trick for you guys, Jesse McCartney fans. I'll save this video. You can go watch it later. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'm on the radio right now, 2 to 5 on KISS. So I'll say hi to you guys on the radio in a few minutes. Later, guys.